You are choosing your reality right now. And if you could accept that, I'm choosing this perspective right now, you bring the power and you're acknowledging you have that power. Reticular Activating System, and it's a filter in our brains. When I learned this, it totally shifted my entire view of how we see reality. Where
do I begin? Where do I start? Got a feeling in my heart that I want you to feel, cause it feels so real. So I do it for no reason. I believe in, but deceiving what I'm seeing. Really breathing, need to slow down. All of a sudden, I'm in a different space. Thank you for switching the pace. Running an infinite race.
Wisconsin, your boys at Dunk Camp. Listen, this concept is one of the most powerful, influential pieces to understanding that we do create our realities. It's scientific and it's a fact. So we've all had this experience. We see a new car for the first time and then we see it everywhere. We see a type of dog for the first time and then we see it everywhere. That is called the Reticular Activating System, and it's a filter in our brains. When I learned this, it totally shifted my entire view of how we see reality when I realized it's not just a phenomenon, it's actually a feature that happens. Now, I love to explain why we have this feature because it really changed me as well. So real quick, if you think of your feet and start to think about all the things you can notice about your feet. Try to get detailed, describe what your feet are feeling right now. You may feel your socks. I'm feeling the ground. I can feel my shoes. They're the flat foot shoes, the barefoot Vivos. I can feel warmth, right? I can feel my toes moving. All these different things. That is showing you that when you put focus on something, you get a lot more data from it. Now, if I focus on the sounds, I can hear cars, I can hear wind, I can hear birds, I even hear little crickets, because we're in Wisconsin. So I can shift my focus. I bring this up because that is your filter at work, and you choosing where you focus your filter. Now, why do we have this filter? Another reason that's so fascinating to me. Because if I had all those features, all those details all at once, I couldn't function. I couldn't walk, I couldn't think, I couldn't do things. So this is so fascinating to me because we could choose our thoughts that create our reality. So an example of that, I can look at all the negatives right now. It's kind of hard because I'm just a positive person and it's also bright and sunny. But if I look at the negatives, for example, I'm alone. I am in a Wisconsin, which could be looked at as a boring place. It's windy, so it's not the best sound quality. I don't know. It's hard for me. I don't like to look at the negatives, but the positives, it's sunny. My body's working. There's so many magical things my body's doing without me thinking. There's cars, there's a bird, there's technology that I can connect with you and share my message to the world on this little tiny device. And it's incredible. So at all times we have these negative and positive perspectives that we can tap into. So when you have this understanding that this filter is at work and you get to choose what this filter focuses on, now you have the power. This can unlock you seeing all the positives so that way you flow effortlessly with life. There's a great story. There's a master and a student. The master says to the student, go pluck this little flower. And he goes like this. And if I wanted to, I could pluck this, right? I'm gonna leave nature alone. But then he says, go pluck this tree out of the ground. Now your boy can freaking knock this over. If I wanted to, and probably rip it out of the ground. Now there's no oak trees, but if he says, hey, go pluck, uproot that oak tree over there. And the student looks like, I can't do that with my bare hands. And the master says, that is the power of habits. Now, what's so powerful about that is that works for negative and positive habits. When you have a negative habit, it may be so strongly rooted, it may feel impossible to move, but it's possible. But it works against you because now it's been so ingrained in what you do. And when you're planting new seeds, they take time, they take very detailed care. When you're planting a new seed, you gotta give it the right amount of water. It's gotta get the right amount of sunlight, and it's so easy to pluck. That's planting a new seed, but once you take care of it, and it grows into a tree like this, it needs less. Once it grows into a big oak tree, it doesn't need any of your help, and it provides you shade, it bears you fruit. And all it needs is this natural way of being, and it serves your life. And I bring this up because once you understand that you have this negative pattern, for example, or you've been looking at life in a certain way, choosing the wrong narrative for yourself, don't get so hard on yourself, because it takes time to uproot that old pattern. On the flip side, it could be a quantum shift. So yes, it may seem like an oak tree, but life is not that black and white. If you start planting new seeds and tending to a new garden, the simple fact of you not tending to that oak tree could make it completely not even be in your reality. So you don't have to fully uproot an oak tree for it to be gone. You can simply change your entire forest. And that's how we live in this quantum world. Now I want to do a whole nother video on how we are not attracting what we want. We are exactly aligned with who we're being right now in this vibration. The purpose of this video is to understand that you are choosing your reality right now. And if you could accept that, if you can say, whatever you don't like about your reality, if you want to change it, if you say, I'm choosing this perspective right now, and I know that it's a choice, you bring the power, and you're acknowledging you have that power, and you're using that filter in your brain for whatever you're creating. And the second you do that, you can start to choose it. So you can ask yourself these questions. You can say, am I open to a new perspective? How can I see this current experience differently? I am willing to be open to seeing everything, my business, my relationships, my creativity, my personal expression in a new way. And when you simply open up to seeing it that way, then you just opened your filter. You just said to yourself, I'm open to seeing where those are. So just like I was doing at the beginning, I'm open to seeing where are the things that are blue. I can see the sky, my shirt, and I may find a car driving by that's blue because I'm looking for that. So you don't need to know exactly what you're looking for. You can just open your filter and say, you know what? I want to start living this way, and I think that's so empowering. This is where blocks can come up, because when we do that, we may block ourselves from seeing it. We may say, I want to start seeing my life as effortlessly expanding into a life where the less I do, the more I expand. I know my zone of genius so well that my income and my relationships all flourish, and I simply follow my heart. That's my story. And the thing with that I've had to work on myself is imposter syndrome comes up. Or we've been working on an old story for so long that literally by trying to choose a new one, we feel like we're dying because that's our identity. Or it served us. For example, some people want to be an underdog, like myself. Or they say, I need to get this done. Or they put themselves behind the 8 ball, as it said. And they earn a lot of money because they were forced to. Maybe they committed to something huge, so they were forced to make a lot of money, forced to make their business work, right? And that mentality worked. But now they got to that point, and now they're stuck using that mentality to get somewhere, and they want a new story. So when you choose a new story, it could feel like an entire identity crisis because it's not who you are, and you don't know how that new story is going to work. That's where the courage comes to trust that this new story will serve you. And you have to trust that. And this tool of the RAS, I'm hoping is going to show you that it's not just trust. It's working for you, and you get to choose what comes in your filter. So if you want to build your business, if you want to have a new relationship, if you want to see your life in a totally different way, you can start choosing your way of seeing that. So guys, these are the type of videos I absolutely love making. Please hit that like, the share button, because if I can find more people that resonate with this content, it's going to help me out a lot. It's what I love to do. And if it's not for you, that's totally cool. Literally don't watch it, skip out of it, so that way the algorithm knows not to give it to you. But I would love to reach more people. So if you do like this, please like it, share it, leave a comment, share what your blocks are, share what your fears are. What are you open to? Claim it in the comments. Expression is some of the most powerful things you can do. And I have so many more ideas that I'm going to be dropping on this channel, from becoming the vibration, how our reality is simply a match to what we're being, how to build a foundation within so our vibration doesn't waver, how to find our zone of genius, how to find your unique impact in this world, and how to align your whole lifestyle, your health, your wealth, your love, and your self-expression in perfect harmony with who you're being, so you can simply have the most fun and live free. And a lot of the common blocks that I've dealt with, from imposter syndrome to scarcity and just having low self-worth, all these things are just blocks. Duncan taught me I want to work on the root cause of what we're working on. If you have limiting beliefs, uncover those and you can go dunk, you can go do whatever you want. Then you could express your full potential. I don't want to teach you what to do with your potential. I want to teach you how to unlock your true potential. And I offer coaching to do this. My coaching is diving deep into your energy, understanding what your subconscious is saying. I'm here to find what those stories are, what those limiting beliefs are, and helping you commit to that new story with such clarity on your heart that it lights you up just in the attempt of becoming the person you can be. Life is about reaching our max potential. These are for people that want to go beyond their current experience. And what does that experience feel like? And how can you be
wanna make an impact,
that person
dimple.
now?
Wanna make you laugh, wrinkles. That everlasting love, it ripples into the infinite, perfectly symmetric, limitless, effortless. Why do I focus on lack when I have all the answers to questions I ask? Just the next step on my path. I'm taking one step at a time. All I ever need, I stay connected to divine. Got me